Legends of Runeterra. Wow. AAA children's card game. Amazing graphics. Lux just here chilling. Two different game modes so far. My favorite one is Draft. For those who came from Hearthstone may know it as Arena. In Runeterra there's two different kinds of expeditions. Regular expeditions and open play expeditions. Which is the one I have on screen right now. Because you can only do regular expeditions 3 times a week. And thereafter is free open play. So usually I'll be using some meme decks, some fun builds in open play, but today for this video I think I will be try harding, and let's see what the expedition gods have in store for us. So the strongest, I mean there are 6 regions in Runeterra and the strongest one is by far Demacia. Garen, is a strong unit, strong spells. So a good foundation for a expedition deck is definitely Demacia. And Ionia is not as strong. Ionia and Piltover. But Shadow House is alright. Noxus is alright. Draft is the most important aspect of expedition. I'd say the most skill oriented one. I think we'll take a trash. Yeah, let's go Demacia Shadow House this run. Mobilize. There's some really strong synergies in Demacia, so as far as possible, I think I might want to make a mono Demacia deck. Try going from there. Standalone, single combat. These are pretty strong spells. More Demacia. Just steam power on Demacia. Yeah, this is a good set. Vanguard Lookout is not so strong. Yeah, that is not a strong card. Atrocity and Black Spear seems a little bit better. This is not a strong card either. Tortured Prodigy. I think I might just take it for now, just cause Demacia is really strong. If you get like Vanguard Bannerman, I thought this was spent. Almost. Bannerman is such a strong card. 4 mana, 3/3 with a +1/+1 buff to everyone. Can do a glimpse. So you want to take note of your mana curve, and right now it's looking okay. I think just a glimpse is alright. Glimpse is pretty strong. On guard, Vanguard First Blade. No Bannerman so far, and it's already pick 10. Maybe a Scribe then. Miss Rave, Black Spear. Black Spear is pretty good, I think. Maybe we want some heavy hitters. It's pretty close. Yeah, this is a really strong card. Radiant Guardian. So we'll take this one. Barrier is pretty strong, yeah. Barrier is really strong. I think we'll take it again. This is not so good for our deck, because there are a lot of big boys, no small boys. You want some small boys with the Crocolisk. So the interesting thing about Expedition mode, right, in Runeterra as opposed to other, well, like Hearthstone, other games, is that you can trade some of your cards for other cards along the way. And you can either trade like cards you don't want, like Vanguard Lookout, for something you want, like Riposte. Riposte is really strong, but of course they come in pairs, so you gotta like estimate the expected value of each card. I think Radiant Strike is not so strong, and for Demacia is alright. I think it's either the first or third. I think we have a lot of 3 drops, so maybe we want the 2 drop for now. We'll just take the riposte, and we will be hopping into our first battle. Let's go! So hyped! We'll be playing against Ezreal Anivia, which is probably more control-y. Yeah, I'll throw this away. Now if you miss your opponent's champions on the preview, you can just click on their deck and you can see them right here. Very convenient. Oh, we drew Stand Alone. Stand Alone is really strong in the early game. Maybe we just play it on... Yeah, we'll just drop the 2 so that we can play the 3. Or we could have... Yeah, we could have also waited. So now that he has played a 2-1, we'll just pass. Yeah, maybe we could have waited. Another unique thing about Runeterra is that you can store unused mana up to 3 as spell mana that you can use anytime you want. I'll just buff it and block just to get some value right now. Developing some really weak minions like Warding Stones. It's not a good minion. In expedition mode at least. So I think we'll look for the... I mean, we want to try to develop on curve, right? But we also have 4 Demacia if we develop this. I mean, it's one of... I guess... Yeah... It's pretty close, it's pretty close. Strong bot buff. So that's the beauty of Demacia, is that, you know, you just have strong stat lines, strong spells, just to buff all your followers. Yeah, it looks like he has a very slow deck. So we'll definitely be looking to punish him with some more aggressive plays. He has ramped up to 7 mana though, thanks to his Warding Stone. And the oh yeah, if you miss any spells, you can click the scroll on the left. Catalyst of Aeons. Anivia has come out. That's a little bit scary. We can't develop this because Anivia's skill will just eat them up. I think we just develop the 5-5 and go from there. And we can just look at end round here. Now the question is, do we want to play for Demacia right now? I think not. I think he'll definitely be looking to block, so we'll just open attack, which means we'll attack before we develop anything and give him a chance to respond. He can respond with burst spells and fast spells, but not slow spells. We'll definitely barrier to protect our 6-2. So Anivia's skill is, I guess passive is that she becomes an egg again, because she's an ice phoenix. And she can revive when her mana fills up to 10. So in another 2 or 3 turns. We haven't let anything die yet, so I guess we'll just develop the challenger instead of the Vanguard Redeemer.
Happy to do whatever's needed. Wow, did you see that?
And these challengers can challenge the egg when the attack token comes back to us. Yeah, we don't have the attack token right now. We can, for Demacia to protect a bit, but I don't think that's necessary. I think we will look to Glimpse even. So we'll pass for now. Probably Charm with 1 or 2 ones and just Glimpse. Or Charm with a 3-3, because this one can challenge the Ezreal as well, which I do want to get rid of. Or I can just block the 7-6 with my 6-2 also.
No closer.
Can look for an aggressive barrier. Actually that would make sense. But we can also draw a card with Vanguard Redeemer if we don't block our barrier. Now we barrier for sure, because we do want to get rid of his 7-6.
Today we turn the tide of war.
I think this next turn we definitely go for the so a combat trick is to glimpse now that it's gonna die anyway, so that we can draw 2 cards. And I think this turn will definitely I was thinking of for Demaciaing so that we can challenge the Ezreal as well, so but that doesn't look too likely now. Although we can still put like a ton of pressure.
This is our time.
Oh shucks, Anivia has come back. This is a bit difficult. I guess I forgot the Warding Stone accelerated his mana curve. But the good thing is that if the Anivia attacks, then we can kill it and Vengeance next turn. The egg. So do we develop Garen or do we go for Demacia? I think we might just develop Garen, cause he's gonna charm block a lot of the times.
Didn't think her big brother would be so big.
Don't even think about it.
We definitely want to strike with our Garen so that we can start to look for a level up. So I guess we'll just barrier Garen.
Got your back.
I love adventure. Treasure's just a bonus.
That's a big boy. I'll just get the attack in, cause barrier only lasts for 1 round anyway.
Sure, boss.
He does block with the totem. I mean, stones, I guess. Because he doesn't need mana anymore. He's quite maxed out.
I don't miss.
Let's soar.
This one is elusive, so it's like a bit scary. Honestly, I think I'll just block with this one, and I think... yeah, I think I have to vengeance it, right? Well, actually, I don't have to block with this, because I can single combat the 8 in time to come. So I could opt to block with my cavalry. Or even Garen. No, I can't block with Garen, because she'll deal 2 damage. So I think I'll block with my cavalry and single combat to get rid of the Anivia, because it's getting a bit annoying. And I'll definitely vengeance this unit here. And we don't have mana to glimpse our 2-1, because we want to single combat this turn. And he just surrendered. What in the world? That's our first win. Wait, why did he surrender? Maybe he just ran out of steam? I think the game was not over. Although we did have 4 Demacia in our hand, and maybe he just respected that. So every day, like, we get a daily PvP bonus. Experience just contribute to your card collection. But before that, we get to pick more champions. So I think we definitely want to look into going more Demacian. It's not a... How many elites do we have? Not that much, right? Maybe just 2. I know Garen is an elite. This boy is an elite. That's about it. Fiora is a really strong champion in expedition mode because of challenger, and her stat line is really strong. And she has a win condition as well. If your opponent just has no answer for like 2 or 3 turns. And Radiant Guardian is a really strong card, and so is Repose. I think we'll just take the 3rd one. We still haven't found any Vanguard Bannerman yet, which is really good for Demacian decks. Oh, as I was saying, yeah, experience is just contribute to your rewards. I guess we want to change region. Yeah, I don't really need Piltover things right now. Move Freljord. Kind of want to like level up them in tempo with each other, just to keep everything balanced, cause the rewards come, I believe every 4th level they just give like a capsule, which is like the best reward. Yeah, every 4th level. Alright, back to expedition. Stay hydrated. I glue snack? What is his name? Redeemer is a late game-ish card, so it's Gleams. Not early game anyway, maybe mid game. Sergeant is okay. Succession is okay. So Succession is a card that you can cheat out early on. Because like right now we don't spend our 1 mana. It just sort of goes into the spell mana bank, and Succession is a spell. so we can play it out on turn 2 rather than turn 3. Can definitely look for an attack here. He shouldn't be blocking unless he has some combat trick.
By my honor, you must die.
Oh, he does have a Fiora, which is really strong. I think for now we just play
A Demacian soldier is worth
a 3-3.
I will cut you down. Try me.
Oh, he does block. I guess he has some kind of, yeah, combat trick. Nothing we can do about that, so Fiora gets 1 stack. We could save our single combat by having our duelist give this one a challenger and challenge the Fiora, but I think I'll just look for a barrier and single combat right now so that we can develop a 3-2 as well and be more mana efficient. And at the same time protect our 3-3.
the finest blades for my lady.
I need only one to win.
Okay, that is a bit sketch. That is a bit sketch. Oh man. I think we'll just go in anyway.
We march
What choice do we have?
like my blade.
We can protect our 3-2 with the barrier here. Which I think I will do. Because we are running low on minions in our hand. Next time we have Val Feast. Oh no, we don't have Val Feast. Oh no. Wow, this guy is getting a bit strong, huh? Oh man. We can barrier whoever he attacks next, I guess. But I'm not sure if that helps anything. I think we'll just have to let him level. Yeah, and wait for vengeance is our only out. There's no way we can really deal with this Fiora at this point.
My time has come.
I have no equal.
Hopefully we top deck vengeance soon. But we do get to have a charged up Radiant Guardian here. So Fiora's win con on herself is that if she kills 3 enemies, then 4 enemies, she just wins, and she's already killed 2 so far. I mean, I think I'll just pass, cause attacking will just give Fiora another charge. Unless I use barrier, but I think I'll use barrier next turn. So that we can maximize our potential. Yeah, maybe we should have just challenged the Fiora, nipped it in the butt. This could be a problem, yeah. Oh, we definitely barrier now. Oh, did he just throw? Now his Fiora is open to an attack from us because we have challenger still. Oh man. I'm just gonna give him the 5-5 in case he has another health buff or something. Let's hope he doesn't, and just gives us his Fiora then. Oh, it looks like he doesn't. He stepped out. We won't attack with the 3-2 cause the 2-3 can block for free.
You will be scoured from this land.
But we will challenge his Fiora and get rid of that. Right here, right now. Just gotta get rid of that. Could have been a problem, man. My goodness. So that's the power of combat tricks. We drew the repost now. Could have helped last turn. We don't really have any answers for the elusive 2-3 for now. But it looks like he has run out of steam. Wow. I mean, we're not doing anything, so I guess we can just go for Demacia play, right? Anyway, we have 2. And just push for some damage. Maybe he has run out of steam. It will be quite a miracle. Oh yes, Tryndamere, yeah, of course. We do have repost up though, so I think I'm just gonna attack anyway.
You'll need more than that.
And when the time comes, then I will repost. Cause Tryndamere, wow, he has strong champions, man. So Tryndamere's ability is that when he dies, he comes back again. One more time. A little bit stronger. At 9 health, so we can't really deal with that right now. So I would like to keep some resources to deal with this. I think right now we can just stand alone, just to be a bit more mana efficient. We might draw a minion next turn. We can only bank 2. We had 5. Another repost. So I mean our 6-5 is here to stay, I guess. Repost is a really strong card. Can protect your minion while trading off a larger threat. Like right now. So I just repost here. And just gave me a free combat. A free single combat. As well as his Tryndamere. On guard, that doesn't do anything. Yeah, that doesn't do anything. So Tryndamere has gone, and so is Fiora. We haven't drawn our champions yet, so I think we have a pretty good chance this game. I don't know why he didn't attack. He has elusive, so he could have gotten free damage in. I guess he might be a new player. Let's play my 5-5 here and see what comes out on his end. If nothing good comes out, I think we'll just for Demacia and push. Or we might not even need to for Demacia because he's definitely blocking. And if he doesn't block, we can just repost and win. Because we're representing 11 damage and he has only 14 health. Another possibility is to summon a 1-1 from Val Feast first, so that it becomes a 4-4 with 4 Demacia, and we can push. It just depends on what he plays. Maybe he just rage quit. I think I'll Val Feast here. Yeah, just to get the 4-4 if he's not gonna do anything. What's the worst that could happen? We will be leaving no mana open with our 4D Martial play, so we can't repost. But I think he's run out of steam. He just went all in with his Fiora and Tryndamere. Gonna give him an emote. Maybe he's doing some deep calculations that we don't know of. Give him the Shen. Alright, that looks like game. Shen. Yep, that's it. He did run out of steam. So yeah, the daily bonus diminishes over I think the first 3 games. Now here is the really skillful part about expeditions in Runeterra. We gotta get rid of a bad card like Vanguard Lookout, but what do you get? Single combat. And that's okay. Single combat is pretty good, especially in the late game. Mobilize can get OP. Yeah. I've had runaway runs with Mobilize. 4 Demacia for. Oh yes. Bannerman. This is the dream card I was talking about. Absolutely the best follower in Demacia. And well, he does need Allegiance to activate, which means that you want as many Demacian cards in your deck as possible. And we do have quite a lot, 27-6 ratio. So I think I'll take the Bannerman. Seven wins is the maximum you can have in this mode, and that will give you the maximum rewards. Against a Noxious deck. I want to try Mobilize. Yeah, I want to try keeping Mobilize. It's really strong, but I don't need so many 5 drops. I think we'll just pass so that we can bang the mana. And like 2 damage, we don't really value it that much. Yeah, but we could block the 3-2 though. So I guess it's worth it.
Charge?
Coming in hot! Got something for 'em!
Whoa! Hey!
It looks like he's running an aggro variant. Very aggressive looking minions. Maybe Mobilize wasn't the best keep, I'm not sure. I think I'll Mobilize this turn so that I can play this on 4.
Fierce and fashionable, no?
Nothing can stop me!
definitely a very aggressive variant. I'm okay to trade my 3-2 for the 3-1.
It cuts.
And the good thing about this minion is that it can block the 5-4 without dying. Although, of course, he will open attack. So we don't have time to respond. But now we do.
Side by side, into battle.
We're definitely on the more defensive in this matchup. I think I'll give him a chance to kill my 3-3 so that I can draw, because this hand is not looking too hot. And the 5-5 I don't think can be challenged very easily by anything he plays. Oh, I lied. Yeah, he got very challenged. Well, in that case we can't attack. Because we don't have enough mana for the barrier.
They will bleed or not.
Oh my goodness.
Here to watch the bloodshed, sir?
Here to win the war, soldier. Stand to.
We have 8 mana, so we can play these 3. It's just a combination of the both the 3 and 1-2. I think we'll just develop the Fiora here. There's no reason not to.
Beauty in the blade.
To victory!
Yeah, we definitely need this Darius gone, so we will barrier him. Yeah, I think even so we are like very dead.
Try me, I dare
We'll be
you.
receiving 11, which is way too much. My goodness, we're in quite a pickle here, huh? I guess we have to sack the Fiora. Now I'm just thinking if I want to draw cards. I'll definitely barrier.
Strike without worry.
If I draw 3, then I won't get to deal the damage to the 6-5. Which I think is okay, right, in the grand scheme of things, because... Oh, shit! What happened? What? Did I run out of time? Huh? What happened, Riot? Please. Well, the run is not over. And I mean, I guess at least I get to... Right, so the thing about losing is you get an extra trade, which you wouldn't otherwise. I mean, on your road to the 7 wins. And yeah, I guess we can get one more Demartian. It will help our Bannerman. Just more Demartian cards in the deck. And Valfeast is not the best card. So in this mode you can lose once. You only be out of the run if you lose twice consecutively. And maybe we just in to win, right? Because we get an extra card trade. Caution, if you lose your next game, your trial will end. That was extremely unfortunate. I don't know what happened. Did I just time out? I must have timed out, right? Damn. My goodness. What in the world? In to win? Yeah, maybe. Intentionally lose so that you get an extra card. That is a strategy to go far. Asriel and Kalista. Damn. Alright. Maybe we could have kept the Radiant Guardian, but I was really looking for something like Bannerman or something really swingy that comes a bit earlier. Even Mobilize or something. I think I'll just go for a tempo play. Forgo the barrier. Does eat up a Mystic Shot. No problem, because we have Scribe to bring it back. So Scribe gains value now, giving us back the card. I don't mind if the Scribe takes damage, I think.
Lady Elise, where are you?
So his minions are not dealing a lot of damage, so barrier is not really that necessary. I think I just developed the 3-3.
Soldier is worth 10 foes.
I don't know about that play, man. So he's going for a bigger push. I think I just block like that.
Meet them head on.
Should be fine. Yeah, should be fine. Because my deck has a lot of value, and I'm just not sure if his does. Standalone gets a lot of value. I think I'll go for the surprise factor.
March.
Play this at burst speed. Oh no, he didn't fall for it. He didn't block. What did he discard? Corina. Interesting. Yeah, I'm quite sad that he didn't fall for it. Maybe we could have just... Oh, well, anyway, I'm playing this now. And... I guess I can bury... I mean... I think I value Challenger quite a bit. I'm not sure what he has in his deck. So just develop the 3-2 again. Without the barrier. We still have another one in our hand. But this game is looking okay.
Don't blink.
Yeah, see, we can challenger the Asriel if he does decide to attack. Yeah, let's develop the big boy, right?
One shot, all skill.
Yeah, I don't really have anything else I want to do. Can't block an elusive. We could succession here, or we could just pass.
Charge.
Save the mana for a rainy day. Cause 3-3 isn't really gonna do anything right now. So I think we'll look to challenge the Asriel with our 6-4.
Let us settle this with grace and civility.
Play with the Poro a bit.
Glory unrelenting.
supposed to develop this before attacking, but I'm not sure what he has up his sleeve. Like Ruination or something. It's a really strong card that will board wipe at 6 mana. Sorry, 9 mana. Missed call. Right. Of course. Nothing much we can do about that. Oh, he does get back the 3/2. A bit of good fortune for us. So we'll play the body. Give it a little face palm. Darius. Very fun. I mean, there's no summoning sickness in this game, so we could wait until we have the attack token to play this. But I think at this point, yeah, I mean, maybe we just wait for, just in case he has Ruination, we hold back on our resources. It doesn't look like he has Ruination though. And I think I'll just give someone barrier so that I can block him. No, I can't block him, he's elusive. Actually, this minion has a problem. We don't have any ways to deal with him in our hand.
Got your back.
I'll still develop the barrier and the minion so that we can block the other ones. Yeah, we can't block this one. It's so sad. We have to take the 6. Going down to 10. A bit scary. I think we want to spend our mana. So we want to draw some cards to spend it with. This also activates the Redeemer. Challenger might be a good idea, cause we can challenge the 6/6 and kill it. With the help of Riposte, of course, or just another combat trick, because this will only boost us to 5 attack. We could Riposte him now, but then it's a bit scary, because I don't know what else he's cooking. I don't know what these 2 cards are, and he has like a lot of mana. Nah, I think I'll just Riposte. We can always single combat as a backup if we cannot find the damage to kill his 6/4.
Happy to do whatever's needed.
Okay, it looks like he has run out of steam. He has only 1 card left in his hand. I think we're okay. Yeah, we look very okay. This game is over. Unless he top decks Ruination. Yeah, Bannerman. We haven't get to see this follower yet, but we do get the win. More Fiora. This package looks really good. Fiora, Riposte and Radiant Guardian. Some of the strongest cards available in Expedition mode. And look, that loss is just, it's as if it never happened and we got a free card out of it. into win. Like, if you only have like 5 straight wins, you only get maybe 5 cards. Does that make sense? Yeah, yeah. And if you have some losses, like 2 losses, you get 7 cards instead. That has to be better, right? Like 7 is bigger than 5. More is better. Yeah, yeah, more is better. I just love Poros. Such a big happy smile. We're playing against a more control-y deck. Shadow Owls is more control-y late game, so we want to be aggressive. I think Succession helps us build early. This is a pretty okay curve, right? Maybe not barrier. I want to look for something more proactive, I think. Standalone is excellent. So turn 1 we pass. Turn 2 we have 3 mana to play Succession, and turn 3 we can stand alone it. And it just be a 6/6 on turn 3, it's just insane.
Everything's better with company.
Absolutely insane. Well actually, you know, is a 6/6 better or a 3? I mean 4/7. 4/7 could be better, right? Nah. Nah.
Full speed
We can't block this because he has elusive. But that doesn't matter. There's no way he'll block us, so we'll just play the standalone. Get the 3 extra damage in. We do have Vengeance, really good against a control deck like his. Get rid of some big minion.
The Yordle here's with me.
Can look for a challenger, yeah. So that we can challenge these things
You'll thank me
in the
later.
near future. But we don't necessarily have to do it this turn. Oh, we could though. Why not?
Does death follow me or peace?
Yeah, these things are getting a bit oh my goodness.
Let's move. They'll never see us coming.
What is this combo? He's not a control deck at all. He's so fast. I can't block these two, so I'll be going down to 6. I have to block this one. Maybe this one. I mean, going down to 3 and going down to 2 is the same, right? And I can challenge these two. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I would rather get rid of these two than this one. Wow, that is really fast. That is really fast. We could be okay though. This is a good card because we get life steal. But the condition is that an ally has to die first. And I can assure you an ally is gonna die because I'll be challenging them. I'll be spending this with all 5 of my mana, so not gonna barrier or anything. He chose to block this one, which is good for me because I feel like he's the aggro one. I guess the 1/2 isn't a threat anyway. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't.
The order rewards its
Oh no! Oh no, this is elusive. So I can't even block it with my 5/5. And he can't get the lifesteal then. Which means to say I have to save mana for vengeance. I have to save at least 1 mana so that I can kill him on 6. Wow. I mean, I guess I'll just develop the 3/3 then. Holy moly. Oh. I do have to save at least 1 mana. Cause vengeance costs 7. And I do have to kill this unit cause there's no way I can answer it. Oh man, I think we lost. I think we lost. Yeah, how do we get out? Yeah, we lost. We have too little health left. Hey, yeah, he got a pretty nutty draw with his elusive duels. I mean, I can kill this one, but I still die to his elusive 2/2.
They cannot hide.
Yeah, the 2/2 really messed us up. Otherwise, we could have developed the Radiant Guardian and probably stabilized. Maybe not. Maybe it's still not enough. But anyway, in to win. So now we get another trade. Our deck just improves with every win and loss. Every game. Can upgrade our 1/1 into a 5/4, I guess. The back to back is a really strong card. We can get rid of Mobilize cause we have like quite a few spells that won't get the benefit from Mobilize. I think it's between the first two. Fellow Demacian. With a Brom. Fiora is a great early game minion. You can scribe it back if she dies alone. It's pretty good also, now that we have an early curve. So I think I'll just mulligan the... do we even want to play Citra? Yeah, probably. We cannot be banking on the scribe too much. There's a chance Fiora doesn't die. And it's just good to develop minions turn by turn, especially since we have the attack token, so this is 2 damage.
I'll do my best.
She will do her best. And so will we. Okay, we don't have anything to play on turn 2.
Nothing escapes my watch.
I won't block here, cause this gives a draw. And having his 2/1 alive, stay alive, means my Fiora gets a target. I can just challenge his 2/1. And if he kills our Fiora before the 2-2, the scribe can bring her back to our hand.
Hear that?
And he does, yeah. Right on cue.
Everything I
You'll give him the shock face, the jinx. I think we're very happy to take the value here
Victory lies ahead.
from Scribe. Oh man,
Tell me where to aim.
those are some strong ass minions, man.
Whoa! Hey!
But we do have the Vengeance if it gets too big, although I don't really want to use it on the 4 drop. This one doesn't really help us get rid of him because he becomes a 6/6 next turn. We do need to bang 1 mana in order to have Vengeance. Actually we don't, we already have 3 spell mana. So I guess the best way to spend our mana is just to develop the 5/5, right? There's no guarantee that he will develop a small enough minion for Fiora to pick off.
Side by side, into battle.
Okay. I think I'll just attack with the 5/5. Let's go through.
Demacia shall prevail.
I block the 5/5. I block the 4/4 with my 5/5, and the 6/6 with potentially just a Vengeance. So the question is, would I block the 5/5 with my 2/3? I don't think so. I might. Actually, maybe I should. Maybe I should. And this one will be okay at whatever 3 health or whatever. So I don't really need to barrier him. I'll barrier this one so that we have another body on the board.
Yield or perish.
Yeah, so the thing about Runeterra is that you have to map out your place in your head. As you go along.
Do your worst.
Should be okay. Yep.
That fails.
They're out there. I'll spot them.
I'm hoping he's running out of steam. I develop my Fiora
Worlds. We speak with blades.
so that I can start to, you know, threaten the win con.
Discipline and steel.
These two pretty much die for free against the 5/4. Which I would like to avoid. Although I could give this one a challenger and have it threaten the 3/3, which is probably a good idea.
A duelist is poised.
Just gotta get rid of like
Precise.
his body so that his 4D Marshal isn't as strong.
Let them eat swords. On down.
It's a good attack for our part. Might some combat trick. Repost. Gets rid of our Fiora.
Protect House Florent.
good trade for us. Because we have so many bodies still. I guess he does too. It depends on how heavy his curve is. I think I definitely want to develop these two.
Victory lies ahead.
So that well, now that he has a 2-2, I mean this 4-4 again, I think I want to develop my 5-5
The Vanguard stand
just to
at
stop
one.
the attack.
Sentinels of light don't fear the dark.
I could either pass or I could develop the 3-3. I think developing the 3-3 is better.
A Demacian soldier is worth 10 foes.
Because now we get the for Demacia and you know we have a very strong board already. And he does decide to pass. So here is a pretty crystal clear for Demacia. Gotta put our foot down, send in the damage. He could for Demacia as well to mitigate the
Courage, soldier.
blow. But that means that we trade for Demacia for each other if I don't attack. But I might still attack.
We'll take what
No, I'm
we
definitely
need.
attacking against this board.
Not a hair out of place.
Ready the torches.
Not so fast.
Stop this foolery.
Looks pretty good. Repost, that's fine.
Big Mike. Avenge me.
I think we can redeem her. Just to see if we draw something powerful.
Today we turn the tide of war.
We don't. I mean this is kind of powerful as well. Don't sleep on it. I don't think I want to play the silver wing here because it will clog up our board. We can only have 6 followers at a time on the board. I think I'll just barrier my 5-5
My shield is yours.
so that I can soak the 7-6 or the 5-4 or the Senna. Probably the Senna actually, now that I think about it. Okay, that's like a really strong card. It's gonna hurt, it's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt.
Soldiers, to me.
He's gonna attack. If he doesn't, then we can fall Demacia back. He does attack. We could just get rid of his... Oh my goodness. This has overwhelm. So if we do this,
Do your worst.
we'll go down to 3. We can just chum block this one with whatever and we'll be okay. Yeah, and we'll be okay. This looks okay to me. Yeah, it's okay. So we survive and next time we 4D Marshal and probably push to win. Definitely want to develop a body now. A 3-3 is better than a 2-1 probably. Because like I said, we can only have 6 followers, so this one won't get the secondary effect from the whatever. Do we even need to 4D Marshal? He can block 2 and I think he just dies. So we won't even give him a chance to respond by not playing 4D Marshal.
Not another step.
And he surrenders. If we play 4D Marshal, he has a chance to respond with a slow spell or just summoning a minion or follower. With an open attack, we deny him the chance. Alright. I think Glimpse is okay. Honestly, maybe we'll just trade Glimpse away, yeah. 5-4 is pretty good. It'll make our deck a bit heavier. So we don't necessarily need as much draw. We already have one other Glimpse Beyond anyway. And we have the Redeemer to draw as well. Yeah. And we get to have more Demacian units for our Bannerman, which we haven't seen all game yet. Shadow Owls. Probably a bit controlly as well. Oh, 2 Fioras. Maybe this is just a keep, right? Like Fiora is so strong, and even her spell is pretty strong too. So you can't really have two of the same champions on the board at the same time. So if once you summon one, the other becomes the other card becomes the spell, which is the riposte.
Please, I have connections.
Oh, we finally drawn Bannerman. Nice. As long as oh man, we don't have a 2-drop though.
I know what
Oh, this is a bit scary.
Skitter out from the darkness.
I think I can deal with the Elise next turn because I have Fiora, so I won't necessarily block the spider. So Elise gets to level when she has 3 other spiders on her side. She of course herself is a spider. Ah, if only this came 1 turn earlier.
Stay
That would
away
be so
from
good.
my pets.
So I'm gonna challenge the Elise.
Now you've gone and upset it.
On guard.
Get rid of it before it levels. Very good.
Goes to spider.
1. Say it with me. 1.
What does he want from me?
When we shout 4, we win the game. Based off of Fiora, of course. So Bannerman is not so good yet because we only have 2 units on the board. He's starting to flood the board a bit, so I think I want to go white. Although if I develop this and I repost the Fiora, I get to get rid of another threat. And this 1 attack is good enough. Is this a bit too aggressive? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Okay, so right. So I cannot block with these 2 because they are fearsome, which of course means you need 3 or more power to block. I can, however, block with my Fiora and just repost her.
Counter and strike.
Okay, get ready to say it with me. 2. The animation for Fiora is probably the best out of all the champions in the game. Probably the best. Okay, and we have Garen as a backup, so our turn 5 looks really good. We could Bannerman as well. Yeah, actually we could just Bannerman also. But if we have Garen out, then we can threaten the level up much earlier. I think we're just Garen. Yeah, this is just a natural.
What is strength without style?
Natural play. I don't think he has like Vow Feast, which can deal 1 damage to Fiora. So, because he would have probably used it earlier when I had 1 health. And that means that my 4-2 can challenge one of his 1-1s, and we can shout 3 in a moment. That looks good to me. So I'm gonna hold back on the 1-4. Nah, why do I need to hold back on the 1-4? I'll just go in with this 3. Drag out one of his spiders. I think I'm holding back on the 1-4 cause his 3-2 can chunk it down, but I don't think that matters. 3. Yes. One more and it's all over, baby. One more and it's all over. Oh, he has Thrash. He thinks he can challenge his... He thinks he can challenge our Fiora with his Thrash. Little does he know we have the second riposte. So the second he does it and he doesn't have an answer for Fiora, we just win. We're threatening a lot of things. Like, he cannot attack with anything else because if our Garen blocks and blocking counts as a strike in Runeterra, as long as you deal damage, then our Garen gets to level up, which is pretty nice. So it's nice to level up. Garen's level up ability is to rally, just to be more aggressive. Hit him with the early Shen emote, cause we're gonna repost and block, and if he doesn't have anything, that's it, that's the game. 4! Check this sick animation out. Absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. That's the best animation I've seen for an online card game, I think. Absolutely incredible. Okay. We can trade our Thrash for a Lucian, which will help our Bannerman count. Ooh, this is pretty okay also, but I don't really need a beefy boy in the Demacian deck. I mean, this is pretty okay as well. I think it's just the Lucian, right? I think we're just taking the Lucian. Although, Thrash is pretty good a card. But I think we're just taking the Lucian. Are we? I mean, this is pretty okay as well. Alright. In the name of the Vanguard Bannerman, we take more Demacians. Some champions can level up even when they aren't in play. Amazing. Or like Ezreal, I guess. Ezreal can do that. So as long as like you target enemy units 8 times or more, it levels up. Doesn't matter where Ezreal is. It's a continuous count. We're definitely keeping Vanguard Bannerman. Absolutely insane card. Succession helps with our mana curve. And we're just looking for some champions and stuff now, I guess. I think we're gonna... you know what, I think I'll just forgo the barrier. Cause I think about it, Scribe of Sorrows can get some value, and I can't really develop here on turn 3. It's not likely that he'll get value. I can attack here. If he decides to block, then I can get value from Scribe. But right now I can't, which is alright.
Making the dead deader.
Oh man, we're against quick attack, huh? So I guess Challenger is really good. We can challenge him on our turn. Hmm.
Here we go!
We wouldn't be blocking with the 3-3 anyway. So there's a chance that he might not attack. In case like we have some combat spell that he's fearing, but a very very slim chance. So our challengers can challenge these things,
Whatever's needed.
which is excellent. I won't attack with the 3-2 cause he can block with the 2-1. So this is going to be our attack order. He does protect the Senna. That's okay. We have a... Ooh. Even this 5-4 can't block Senna. It's pretty insane. I guess we'll be taking another 4 from Senna. But... if we play Scribe, we get back the Challenger straight away, right? Yeah, we do. But then the 5-4 gets unchallenged. So that's a bit scary. So maybe we just want to play this one so that we can trade with the 5-4. Because Scribe is a bit too slow, right? I can't play the Challenger yet anyway. Oh, I can play her next turn. Yeah, I can play her next turn. So maybe I will Scribe. This looks like a female bird, right? I call her Silver Wing Vanguard. Looks like a female bird. I won't be blocking because I'll be challenging them next turn. Yeah. And I can play the succession right now. It's getting a bit scary, but health is a resource in these games. So as long as you have 1 health, you're good, right? It's unfortunate that we can't ban a man yet, but soon. I guess next turn we can ban a man alongside a 3-3 probably. So I'll be challenging these two. He'll have a 2-3 and a 2-1. So I'll attack with these two and not this one as usual. He might have another combat trick to protect his Senna, which is a bit sketch. He does a riposte. Well, at least he spent the riposte here, so the riposte isn't doing extra damage to my face. And we got rid of the 5-1. Oh man. We can either ban a man now, because he's probably swinging in. Or we can wait 1 more turn and just chump something out. Which means then we will be developing our Radiant Guardian instead. It's a bit awkward to develop Radiant Guardian, because that means that we cannot spend the mana. And standalone is not very good here right now. Yeah, this is a pretty awkward mana curve. I think I'll just develop the 3-3. Probably ban a man if he decides to play something else.
Missed your chance to run.
Yeah, he doesn't. We definitely have to charm. We cannot be letting so much damage go through. This one we cannot block, but we can block the other two. Should block the 5/5 with the 3/2. Can get an extra damage in. It's getting a bit sketch, yeah. It is getting a bit sketch. Yeah, maybe we should have held out for the Radiant Guardian. This could have been a mistake. I think we definitely need the Radiant Guardian now. So we have 10 mana. We have 5 to spend. I think we'll just open attack, right? Wait, I think. Oh man, we can't even. Yeah, we have to threaten him a bit more, I think. Otherwise, it's a vengeance. But I think it's a bit too slow. Yeah, I think we made a mistake. We should have Radiant Guardian last turn. We could play this also. Yeah, this is quite threatening. He has to block at least 2. He can charm 1 with the 2/1.
Attack formation.
First.
Oh, he decides to block with Senna and the elusive. I'm not sure if I can agree with that. I'm not gonna barrier, of course, because for the Marshal only lasts for 1 round anyway.
Oh no.
Remembrance. He wanted to cast Remembrance. We do have a Vengeance in case things get a bit too scary. Like that Radiant Guardian is looking a bit scary right now. Yeah, I have to block.
Try me, I dare you.
I'll be spending 10 mana, so I have 2 left. Otherwise, no, I can keep the barrier and develop the 5/5. I think that's probably better. This box is a bit strong, huh? What is this? Illegal contraption. I could barrier, yeah. And here I think I have the barrier, right? Cause I do want to get rid of his 5/3. Okay, that's another resource. So we just need to stabilize soon. It's looking a bit difficult, but I think we might be able to pull through. We have standalone activatable now, at least. So
Magic
that's
has no place here.
that's a good thing, I guess. But he does have the detain. I'm not sure I want to stand alone anymore, because he does have the detain. Oh man, it's looking a bit tough. So what's gonna happen is he is going to detain this boy, and yeah, we're definitely gonna need to develop both, which means we cannot have combat tricks up anymore, which is a bit sad. Yeah, look, to challenge the 3/3 instead of the 5/1. And we're definitely challenging the 5/3. think we lost. Yeah, the detain is a bit too strong.
Time for a true display of
Wait, he
skill.
didn't open attack? I think he would have just won if he open attacked. He might still win though. Wait, where did... Oh yeah, the detain is gone already. So... do I want to stand alone or do I want to... Yeah, I probably want to stand alone, right?
Side by side, into battle.
This could be okay. It could be okay. Nah, it's not okay, right? How can it be okay?
Victory lies ahead.
Today we turn the tide.
Yeah... How can it be okay? Yeah, we needed the Radiant Guardian. The lifesteal.
Do your worst. Defend our banner.
So like it's too much, man. Damn.
Gotcha.
We needed the lifesteal, yeah. Oof. Although we could be detained anyway. Do we get a detain of our own? We could. Could get another challenger and again up the Demacian count. But at this point I think the Demacian count is really high already anyway. We got rid of Mobilize, so units doesn't really matter whether it's a unit or a spell. Yeah, I think it's between 2 and 3. This is just excellent value of a card, and this is okay, you know. Fellow Demacian deck. Of course the games are getting harder because we have more wins now, but I think it's doable. Now we want to stand alone the Fiora, right? So we're not going to play anything on 4. Probably not going to play anything on 2 and 1. So I think we can keep the 5. Got another 5. A bit more than we bargained for. I don't think we developed this. I think we just want to stand alone the Fiora. It just represents so much of a problem. Because he's running Demacia Freljord, and those regions don't really have single target removals. Not that much anyway, as compared to like Shadow Isles or Noxus. I think we'll look for a barrier. Yeah, a barrier on the Fiora.
Just the way I like it.
My shield is yours.
Let's see what he develops for his 4. If he doesn't develop anything too big, then our 3-2 can go in as well. I don't think there's any way he can have his Fiora survive.
Lies ahead.
So I think the 1-2, I mean the 1-4 I also want to attack. Because if he blocks with his 2-2, then it becomes a 4-3 next turn and my 3-2 can trade with it. So you always got to plan ahead. Look into the future, man.
Strike quickly.
On down.
Definitely get rid of his Fiora first, the bigger threat.
Do not test me.
He does decide to trade, which I'm very happy with because next turn is gonna be a 4-4 and I can't trade it anymore with the 3-2.
Tragedy.
Oh, we have to shout 1!
My duty's done.
Turn 5 is probably going to be Garen. There could be some special circumstances where we develop the Tough instead, depending on what he plays. But I think the 6-6 can challenge a lot of things. So probably just Garen.
In formation.
Okay. That was one thing that could challenge. I think if he's going tall, then we'll just go wide, right? Because our Garen is not going to be able to get through the 6-6. So, I mean, neither is the Lucian. But at least we'll get 4D Marcia from the 3-3. So, yeah, it's probably this combination over here. Not gonna review our 4D Marcia yet.
Cavalry to the
He might
rear.
attack. And he does. We will not block. Because we are quite healthy.
Discipline and steel.
Fiora becomes a repost. But we will 4D Marcia here. It will we? I think we can just repost the 6-6, right? Why do we need to 4D Marcia? But this is representing a lot of damage at the same time. So if we play repost, then we have 2 mana that we're not spending. And we want to be efficient. Let's try to get as much done as quickly as possible. Okay, that is a problem. Oh, that is a huge problem. Detain. I mean, I guess he could have detained us anyway. So, well, at least we have another Fiora. And our Lucian is a big boy. Don't we just go in with these two and try and whittle down the 6-6 as much as possible?
Watch my post.
I think we do, right?
Met with steel.
Yeah, because he's gonna block the Lucian and our 10 damage is going through. Ah, vengeance. Excellent. So we get our Fiora back if we do decide to vengeance this this we don't have to. We don't necessarily have to. We could though. Maybe we just develop this tough, cause it can challenge the Yeti.
Stand as one. Safeguard our citizens.
Okay, that's the Bannerman. Wow, he has Bannerman.
Right out.
I think we just want to block as much as possible. So block the Bannerman and get rid of this. And I mean, do we really need the 1-4? Probably not.
Noble.
Save your words. We speak with blades.
So Fiora comes back. Although we do lose the charge, so she restarts from 0 again. What did he play? Right, the chain vest. So he has 6 health effectively, and I mean we could use the riposte to kill him. So I think I'm gonna try. I'm gonna develop Garen first.
Our strength.
What is strength without style?
Okay.
Let them eat swords. Try me. En garde.
Maybe we don't review the repost yet. Nah.
Try me.
Counter and strike.
We definitely have to challenge this one, cause otherwise he can block the Garen. Oh, I will take that. 1 again.
Still so much to learn.
Stay resolute.
Oh, we're swarming with Fioras. We have 3 Fioras in our deck apparently. So we're definitely going to block the Trin first, so that we can vengeance it next turn. And we're gonna have to do it with riposte. So we're probably gonna play the Radiant Guardian, cause something's gonna die. Yeah, this boy's gonna die.
I stand ready.
I mean, does it matter if we... I think we want the Garen alive,
Your move.
so we won't block with Fiora. We'll just take the 3. Should be okay. Yeah, we're okay. Next time we can vengeance the Trin. And our Garen levels as well, because he struck.
We must not relent.
Then we can play the Radiant Guardian. Very nice to have a lifesteal when we are so low in health. And we can challenge the Hawk. We can challenge the Hawk. We can't play these 2 though, so I can't imagine there's any unit that I would want to kill over Trin. So I'll just vengeance here right now.
The bigger they are. For the honor en garde.
A Fiora can level. He could deny our heal if he blocks with his 3-3 and kills it. But that's a very fringe play, and he only has 2 cards left. So I think we're gonna get the heal in for sure, which is good because we only have 4 health. What is that? Oh, he kills our... What is... Is that the Tryndamere buff? 2!
Two down.
2 down.
Demacia will prevail.
That was indeed the Tryndamere buff. Battle Fury. Pretty insane. Oh, we get to draw a card here, which is great. Another card, sure.
Actually here.
Alright, this should be over. Prismatic Barrier, just in case something whack happens. That's a bit scary. But nothing we can't handle. There's no need to play the 5-5 because we win with our board.
Show them what we're made of.
Alright, now there's a need to play the 5-5.
I've trained for this.
He gets Fearsome from Citra, which means we have to block with something big.
I will end this here.
This one doesn't get Fearsome, we can just block with something small.
Hey!
No barrier.
Strike without worry.
Keep it alive for the next attack.
So soon.
And we just win here.
For the honor of House Laurent. Try me.
We'll sacrifice our Fiora so that the other one can get in for more damage. Alright. On to the final boss, I think. That was a 6 win, right? It is the final boss. Right. So we have extra traits for the final boss fight. Although we only get one chance, I believe. I mean, we can use the small drop, right? We don't really need... How many repos do we need? We already have 4. We already have 4 repos. Scribe is definitely better than Soul Gorger for our deck. It's cause you can get some value straight away. We don't really need that much life steal. We have Radiant Guardian. 4 of them in fact. Wow, we have so many Radiant Guardians. So our curve is getting a bit heavy. So I would like to keep the 1 drop. I think we'll just skip this trade. Yeah. Again, we have 4 repos already. This is a trade I want to take. Yeah, this looks like a trade I want to take. Because this is a card that is not very good. And this is a card that is very good. And that just sounds like a winning trade. Stand alone for Radiant Strike. I mean, Rekindler is pretty good. It really is. But Succession smooths out our curve. And for our last trade, another standalone. I think it could get a bit clunky. We already have a billion repos. Vengeance has pulled its weight, man. Vengeance has pulled its weight. Single combat for a Protege. I'm not sure about that. Maybe I'll skip this. This could be quite snowbally, right? Like if we have a standalone on turn 3 on our Fiora, it's pretty snowbally, right? Let's check out our 5 drops. We have Garen, 4 Radiant Guardians, 3 Swiftwing Lancers. Alright, I think we'll take this one. Just cause we have so many 5 drops already. Final battle. You only get 1 chance to get your 7th win. That means we have to Bankai. That means we have to... You know, it's like... Oh man, I'm too fat. It's like when Ash from Pokemon swings over its cap, you know shit's about to go down. Well, I can't really hear the audio now though. I guess the mic still works, so that's okay. Final battle. Final boss. We have a pretty okay deck. I mean, Demacia usually does well in expedition mode. So, yeah, I guess it comes down to the matchup. If we face some overly aggressive deck, we could be in trouble. Still a happy little Poro. It's taking a while to load. Finally found a worthy opponent. It's gonna be Captain Teemo on duty. I mean, Teemo is a pretty meme card, I think. In constructor mode at least. But I mean, he must have a pretty strong deck to get so far in the expedition. This is what Teemo does. Alright. So Lucian is pretty good. I don't think we'll keep Radiant Guardian. We want to look for something more snowbally, like standalone, to go with Lucian. Oh, we found Bannerman. Always a good sight to see. Oh man, he opens with Teemo. It's an aggressive deck, so it's especially scary if they get Teemo on turn 1, because the shrooms just rack up, man. It's just...
Push back the darkness.
It is not a happy sight. Oh man. This guy's... Oh man, I think we might lose. Yeah, we really faced the aggro deck with our mid-rangey deck. Kind of heavy deck, in fact, I would say. I think I just have to block this, right? How can I not block it? In favor of developing a 3-3, I just have to block it. There's no way I don't. Like, otherwise, my face is gonna be taking so much damage. It still is though. It still is. Actually, we can lifesteal. Yeah, we can lifesteal later on. So it might not be as bad as I suspected. We'll just develop a 3-3, put more pressure, cause Lucian alone isn't gonna cut it, man. Oh man, that is the one card. Now we miss 3 damage, cause we can't attack with Lucian anymore. Oh man, that's the one card that punishes the development. Otherwise, open attacking is just we can get 3 more damage in. So here I'll definitely look for a block so that I can have my Radiant Guardian activated. And I need to block anyway, cause his deck is very burst oriented. Yeah, look at that. What? I can't block this. I'll pass so that I can play the activated Radiant Guardian after I block the... Oh man, who's a lot of damage. I think we're just on the defense now. I think we just have to block with Lucian even. I'm not sure. How many path caps are we at? 9? Teemo's gonna level here. We're definitely blocking the 3-3. Now it's just a question if we block the 2-2. I mean, we're definitely not gonna be faster than him. So our Lucian is... Yeah, our Lucian is gonna take a lot of hits, right? Oh man, how deep are we going? 11? It could be okay cause we're Radiant Guardian. As long as he cannot kill Radiant Guardian. I think we'll chill for 1 turn with Lucian. There's a chance that Lucian levels and that could be
Justice
important.
will be served.
A very small chance. This is definitely gonna be the most important card, because it gives us lifesteal. And it's so important that I feel like just open attacking right now, rather than have him like play I don't know, a stun or something. Flash of Brilliance. Mushrooms.
I love the smell of mushrooms in the morning.
Oh no, he denies our heal. Because he kills the blocker.
Smelly.
So our 5 isn't... Oh man, that is really sad to see. You hate to see that. Oh man. We could be dead soon. We need to get the heal.
How can I help? Oh, that's a good one.
I'm thinking, is there any way that we can threaten lethal on our next push? Turn 8, I guess. And I guess the best way is to have Bannerman on 7. So we want to develop as much as possible right now. So something like I mean, I guess something like Vanguard Sergeant into Succession into another 2 drop. Seems like our biggest possible board. Oh, this is really close. This is really close.
You're covered.
So we want to leave 1 board space for our Bannerman to come down. One, okay, we can take 1. Oh no! Oh no! Say it ain't so. Say it ain't so. Oh man. That's gonna quintuple our mushroom count. And there's nothing we can do about it. Like, we don't have vengeance. If we had vengeance, we could have killed the Teemo. I think we just lost. Yeah, there's no way we win. I guess we can put the Bannerman down. Doesn't really change much. Say it ain't so.
You'll never know what hit him. Size doesn't mean everything.
Yeah, we just lost. Not even to the puff caps.
For everyone.
GG.
Could you hold this?
Unfought. We do get a bunch of EXP though. And what EXP does is it can, yeah, I guess they record how many 7 wins you have per week, because Runeterra runs on a weekly basis. So if we just take a look at the rewards, I mean, just a bunch of cards and stuff, I guess. Oh, 2 champions. Teemo, yeah. Blah, blah, blah. And oh, I guess 1 more. So Runeterra works on a weekly basis. There's a weekly vault. I guess it opens tomorrow. And a bunch of quests that you can do every day. And quest gives a lot of EXP, yeah. And this EXP go into the rewards. And that's about it. The only way to really unlock cards is through EXP, and because you are limited in like the number of wild cards you can buy per week again. Weekly clock. Might look at some cosmetic skins to buy next time. Yeah, but that's it for today. Leave a comment on what you want to see next. Maybe some constructed play or some meme expeditions. Yeah. Okay, bye bye.